Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the City of Lebanon Board of Zoning Appeals meeting, Monday, August the 7th. Could we have roll call, please?
Corey Coots.
Here.
Chad Kiger, absent. Bruce Polly.
Here.
Ron Edwards.
Here.
Lori Gross.
Here.
4 of us are here tonight. Next item will be the approval of minutes for last month. There's no objections. Look for a motion.
Make a motion to approve the minutes as written.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Minutes are approved. We have one item of old business tonight. The item was continued from the July meeting. It's docket number 23-34. It's the Lebanon Church of Christ requesting a development standard variance to allow a proposed accessory structure to exceed the allowable square footage. The property is located at 1204 Indianapolis Avenue. The property is zoned planned business commercial and is in the thoroughfare overlay district. Matt?
Thank you, Bruce. Good evening, Board. We'll do a quick recap for all of our fans watching at home. And this is an item, as Mr. Polly mentioned, that we did present to you at the June BZA meeting. The applicant is proposing to build an accessory structure that exceeds the allowable square footage per the UDO. During the meeting in June, we were lacking some specific information, including some facade elevations and some more specific details that you, the board, were looking for. So there was a motion made and seconded, but they did not receive a majority of positive votes, so that motion failed. There wasn't an additional motion to deny the application, so it automatically was continued until the July meeting. At that point, prior to the July meeting, the applicant came to staff and asked for more time to work a little bit more on the design and the facade elements, so it was continued at the July meeting, and now it's before you again here tonight. So we'll do a quick recap here, and if you want to go ahead and pull up my screen for me. Just a reminder, we're on the southeast side of Lebanon, Indianapolis Avenue running along the east side. This is the Lebanon Church of Christ property, highlighted in yellow. We have an existing building on the site that is approximately 4,356 square feet. Per UDO requirements, an accessory structure in a non-residential district can be up to 15% of the area of the principal structure. So 15% of 4356 would allow a 653 square foot accessory building. 653 just is not enough for what the Lebanon Church of Christ would like to do, which is add additional classrooms and some additional storage space for their operations. So before you tonight, they're requesting relief from the UDO requirement to allow for a 1,392 square foot accessory structure. Let me pull up the next screen here, and we'll give you a site plan. And my apologies. So again, we've got Indianapolis Avenue to the east here. The existing church building is checkered off. The new proposed accessory structure is just to the north. Again, the applicant is proposing to have classroom space for their school, and then additional storage that for all of the stuff that goes along with the operations of both the church and the school. So you can see that currently sits where the existing playground is, and I think there may be some intent to relocate the playground maybe to the western side of the parking lot in the future. But before you tonight is, again, this accessory structure that will be sitting up towards the front of the property, technically in the thoroughfare overlay district. So we did have some increased architectural and design standards that are required. Let me pull up the elevations here. So before you tonight, the applicant is proposing an all-brick structure. As you can see, this is the elevation that would be facing Indianapolis Avenue. I was just informed by the applicant that the architect that drew up these renderings actually put a square window in the middle here, which they're actually going to go to a more vertical element of windows, to match the facade of the existing church. So as you can see here, we have these skinny vertical windows through the middle. The applicant's proposing to do the same thing on their new structure. So the elevation actually matches very well with the existing facility, the existing facade of the building. So you've got a horizontal element on each side and then kind of a peak towards the middle. And we're replicating that, the applicant is replicating that on the new building. This would be the elevation facing to the west, which would be towards the parking lot. This elevation here in the middle is the southern facing elevation, which would be between the church and the new building. So there'd be a walkway connecting to this door from the church. And then down at the bottom is the north-facing elevation. That'd be the elevation that'd be facing the residential neighborhood that is to the north of this proposed accessory structure. So again, those were kind of the main takeaways from the meeting or in June, my apologies. We met with the applicant shortly after that to kind of review what we interpreted as your desires to see, and I think the applicant has come back, staff agrees that an all-brick structure does fit much better within the thoroughfare overlay district, does match the existing facade of the existing church. And then as we review the statutory criteria, as we always do with variance request, the increase in the size of the accessory structure would pose no imminent threat to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare of the community. The structure will meet the necessary front, side, and rear setbacks. And it's also consistent with other properties in the area that contain accessory structures that do not also meet the size requirement. I just wanted to pull up an aerial real quick so that we can kind of show you those. So we have the Church of Christ building in the middle here. As you can see to the north, we have some residential properties that have detached garages that exceed the allowable maximum square footage for accessory structures. And then to the south, we have commercial structures that have accessory buildings that also do not meet the size requirements or the maximum size requirements. So when reviewing this particular project does fit with the other structures that are in the immediate vicinity. The second condition is the requested variance will not affect the use value of the area adjacent to the property in a substantially adverse manner. And again, the accessory structure size is compatible with the existing properties, as I mentioned, both residential and commercial. In addition, the applicants propose an all-brick exterior, which is complementary with the existing church on the property. So it does fit in and blend much better than what was originally proposed. And then lastly, the strict terms of the UDO would result in practical difficulties in the use of the property. The UDO does not take into consideration the size of a property. So where accessory structures may tend to be able to be a little bit larger than what the UDO requires. So we're currently working with a nearly 6-acre lot, and the strict application of the terms of the UDO would require the accessory structure to meet standards that were designed for more smaller lots and not this nearly 6-acre lot. So staff did agree that the strict application of the terms of UDO would result in practical difficulties. So in reviewing of the statutory criteria, the elevations and plans presented by the applicant, City of Lebanon planning staff does recommend approval of the variance request to permit relief from the maximum accessory structure area to allow the construction of an accessory structure that is 1,392 square feet. And I'm happy to answer any questions about the information that was just presented.
I think this is a much better deal than a couple months ago. Do I have any questions?
Nope.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Does the applicant want to add anything to the?
I don't think so. I think this gentleman's done a great job.
Might step up here.
I think this gentleman done a good job explaining better than I can what we want to do and what we want to accomplish. Our intentions wasn't today or any time to downgrade the neighborhood, and I think that structure will do it for us, and it'll do what we want done. So,
Great.
that's
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, this is a public meeting. I'll open it to the public if anybody wants to step forward. Seeing there's nobody wanting to step forward, we'll close the public end of the meeting. And if there's no further questions, I will entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve docket 23-34 as written.
Second.
Motion is second. Matt, you want to?
Oh, my apologies, I forgot I was at recording secretary tonight, too. Corey Coots,
Yes. Bruce
Polly,
Yes.
Ron Edwards,
Yes.
Lori Gross.
Yes.
Thank you.
Passed. Congratulations. Much, like I said a while ago, much better design and good luck.
Well, thank you. I just wasn't prepared as I should have been.
I understand. Okay, I guess there's no further business. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned until the date of, I don't have that date,
September's gonna move.
September the 5th. Tuesday, September the 5th. Meeting is adjourned.